G'day guys, Tom Matthew here for feelingtomplus.com, and today I'm going to talk about how to build a brand by being authentic. So I'm just going to tell you a bit of a personal story about how I saved or made myself $50,000 to $100,000, and here's how I did it. A couple of years ago, probably maybe 18 months ago, 2 months ago, what I noticed was I started losing my hair. Now I'm a 23-year-old dude. You don't expect to lose your hair at 23 years old. And you know, I kept looking at my hair. I'd be having my hand in my hair, and then I'd pull my hand away and I'd see hair in my hand. And I'm 23 years old. And then of course you start thinking, and of course I'm 23, so all I'm thinking about half the time is I'm thinking about money and I'm thinking about sex, okay? So I'm thinking, okay, if I got no hair, how am I gonna get the girls? That's what I'm thinking, really. So my first thoughts are, look at my family. My dad's side ain't so bad, but my mum's side, they've all got no hair. None of them. They're all just, you know, like a cue ball. It's really brutal. Anyway, so what I do is, and I was sensitive about it. You know, it wasn't a nice feeling. It gave me a bit of anxiety. So, and it was like physical in here. It made my chest tight. It wasn't good. So what I did was I went on the internet, did some research, and I went to this place called it's a hair loss company. Essentially, I'm not going to give you the name because I don't know. Don't know if you're meant to do that. But I went there by myself first because I didn't want to tell my parents because I was embarrassed. I was losing my hair when I was 23, and so I went there and he went through all this stuff, why you lose your hair, and he showed me the head pictures and you could see how my hair was thinning out and losing it. And essentially, I was excited because he said, oh, we got like a 98% success rate to regrow your hair and stuff like this. And then he gave me a bomb and said, oh, no, it costs $5,000. Well, shit, that really screws me right there. And then, of course, I said, well, how long do you have to do it for? Because I'm thinking, okay, $5,000, maybe I do it for 2 years or something. That's not too bad. Oh, you've got to do it for the rest of your life until you decide that you don't care anymore. That's what he said. So if I did that for the next, I don't know, 20 years, that's got to cost me a lot of money. It's $5,000 a year just to keep my hair. So then I was like, well, how do I do this? I went to mum and then I took her in there, and that was a whole thing because she was, I mean, I don't think she wanted to pay that $5,000, right? Because she was like, God, she was grilling this guy. She was grilling him. I was just like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. It was brutal. It was so brutal. I'm just like, I actually had to stop her in the middle of a conversation because I'm like, Mum, you are being so damn rude right now. It's just the worst. Anyway, what was happening, I was feeling this anxiety, and when I went on my walks, I kept seeing what you focus on is what you get, right? So I started seeing all these bald guys. I'm thinking, you know, if I shave my head, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks, my dad's laughing while I go, it doesn't look that bad. So essentially, and Dad's always said, he's always said this since I was like a kid. He said, if I ever lost my hair, I'd just shave it off. Anyway, he's laughing while on the camera. So what eventually happened was I kept contemplating I should just shave my head because I didn't want to feel this anxiety in my body anymore. It didn't make me feel good. It was like, it's a physical thing and it tightens your chest and it's hard to breathe. It did not feel good. So essentially, I just bit the bullet and I went up to the hairdresser and I said, just shave it off. No, I didn't say shave it off. I said, give me a number 1 or 0 or whatever it is. And they said, you know, that's the whole hair, right? And I said, yeah, just shave it off. And they shaved it off. And of course, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, you know what? It really ain't that bad. And I remember when I came home, nobody was home. And then Mum and Dad came back from shopping or something. And I'm standing there thinking I'm like a big hero. And they didn't even notice for the first 30 seconds. They didn't even notice. What kind of parents don't even notice that? And then eventually they noticed and it wasn't a big deal. And what happened was, which was great, because I just shaved it off. I made that decision. I don't even care. That anxiety stopped. You know, it just stopped. I didn't have a tight chest, and it just didn't bother me anymore. And now I'm at a point, and there's that movie, Silver Linings Playbook. There's always a silver lining. One great thing that has come out of this, obviously you don't feel the anxiety anymore, but now I have another YouTube channel with my mates, which is all just about mucking around and stuff. The source of comedy from being bald is just magnificent. The amount of time, I mean, I just have to say my big giant bald head and I get a laugh every single time. It's magnificent. So that's just a personal story, and the reason I'm telling this story is because if you're trying to build a brand or you're thinking of building a brand, you have to be authentic, you have to be real, you have to be yourself, and you have to be willing to be vulnerable, which is what I'm doing now. I'm being on camera, I'm telling you about my bald story. Look, check it out. Do you see that? I have to shave it again, because if I don't shave it again, what's going to happen? It's going to be all dark here, it's going to be light here, and I'm going to look like an absolute muff. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So that's the point. If you want to build a brand, you have to be authentic, and you have to be willing to get yourself out on camera and be yourself and be vulnerable. So that's the point. If you want to build a brand, be authentic. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you got something out of it and you learned how to build a brand, you got something out of it, please hit that like button below. If you have any questions about my big giant bald head or about building a brand and being authentic, please put it in the comment section below. And if you're brand new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe because we put out a new video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Thanks for watching. See you later. And that's building your self-image. And if you've done any personal development or if you've studied success at all, they always say it's the inside that counts. It's your outside world is a reflection of your inside world. So you have to be kind to yourself.